Hey guys, welcome to my review of Mission Impossible Season 1, Episode 22, entitled The Confession. Alright guys, so in this episode, Dan and the team get entrusted with getting the truth about a United States senator's death from a individual that the senator was involved with. Basically, the secretary thinks that the senator faked his own death to create tension between the United States and a communist country. This episode is really, really well done because Roland has to infiltrate a prison to orchestrate an escape that eventually will lead to the senator's so-called assassin confessing about what really happened the night that the senator died, because on public record the senator died in a house fire, but it's Roland's job to find out what really went down. And I love the fact that when Roland enters the prison, he is really confident and he is really, really, really rough. He does a great job of giving that sort of feel of a institutionalized individual, someone who has been in the system before and someone who wants to get out of the system. There's even a scene where Barney, as Roland's lawyer, comes in to tell Roland that he doesn't have a chance in hell of getting the judge to appeal his case at all, which would eventually lead to his escape. Anyway, when Barney visits Roland, he gives him a weapon to sort of orchestrate a escape from the prison. But I really like the scene when Roland first shows up. He has all these books, and Roland basically opens one of the books and he cuts out a outline of a gun in one of his books. So when Barney visits him as a lawyer later on, he puts the gun in the outline that he made in the book. So I really, really like that scene of seeing Roland outline the papers as a gun, so he can use it later when Barney drops it off. Also, I think that scene really hyped up Solowiczyk's paranoia of Roland being an assassin that has come to kill him, which kind of doesn't make sense, because when you think about it, why would the guy that hired Solowiczyk want him dead? It is said later on that if Solowiczyk was captured, the guy that hired Solowiczyk would help Solowiczyk get out of prison and stay out of prison. But I guess after Solowiczyk got arrested, Solowiczyk is a guy that killed the senator. After Solowiczyk got arrested, he may have finally understood that the guy that hired him to kill the senator basically left him out to rot. So that may be the reason why, after he discovers the gun that Roland has, he gets all hysterical and he starts to lose his mind. He calls one of the guards over to try and get transferred over. He basically tries to get the hell away from Roland because he has no clue what Roland's true plan is. And to him, Roland's plan is to eventually escape. The way that is done is really, really interesting. They both go to the courthouse to get arraigned on the same day, and Roland ends up subduing the guard in the back of the police van that they're driving in. And it's a really, really cool scene where Roland uses a sort of like a wrench to torque the inside of the truck door open to escape the truck. But the really, really cool thing is that during this whole process, Solowiczyk and Roland are chained together. So wherever Roland goes, So Solowiczek has to go. And it's a really, really cool stunt where Rollin and Solowiczek jump out of the moving police van onto the street below. Now that's a really, really cool scene, especially for especially for the 60s. I don't know if that was if that was the actors or if that was the stunt guy. The way it was filmed, to me, it's extremely possible that that was the actors doing that stunt. But again, it's the 1960s, so I very, very doubt that that was the actors doing that stunt. But as amazing as that stunt was, it's really, really, really highly unlikely that the guard driving the truck didn't hear anything or didn't see anything in his mirrors in the back when Rollin and Solowiczek jumped out the back. So, I mean, I understand that has to be, that as an audience member, you have to sort of suspend disbelief. I really like the scenes with R.J. McMillian. R.J. McMillian is Senator Townsend's sort of right-hand man. And he has a interview with Cinnamon because Cinnamon works for a newspaper, and they're going to do a story on the congressman. So when they do that story, they decide that as a part of the story, they want to they want to commission a painting of R.J. McMillian for the story. And since they want to, commission a painting for him, Dan, yet again, participates in the mission, and he comes in as the painter that is going to paint R.J. McMillian's photo for the newspaper. And I really, really love this sort of play where Dan comes in with his box full of painting supplies, and inside the box is a television transmitter. After Rollin and Solowiczek escape, Rollin as a character gets the idea to sort of blackmail the guy that hired Solowiczek to kill the senator. So Rollin and Solowiczek at some point go to R.J. McMillian's house and hold him at gunpoint to give them money. And when that happens, the big reveal is made that the senator that is supposedly dead is alive. And the senator basically indicates that he's going to kill Rollin and Solowiczek, and that R.J. McMillian should call the police to report the whole thing, and everything will go back to status quo. But here's the whole thing. At this point in the country, there is a political pressure for the United States to respond to the death of the senator. And by seeing that the senator's death was faked and was something completely fabricated, not only R.J. McMillian, Solowiczek, and Robert Townsend are going to go to jail, but those political tensions will be completely taken care of. So I really love that final scene. I love the moment where Solowiczek figures out that Ron isn't actually a criminal. He's a secret agent there to prove that the death of Robert Townsend was a mistake. And I love the moment when the senator realizes that he's on television, and he says to R.J. McMillian that he's an idiot. And the episode basically comes to an end. I really enjoyed that Dan was a part of the team's play in this episode, and that he wasn't just the guy there to get the mission to set up the team, and then he wasn't a guy that sent his team on his merry way. I like that he participated in the play and in the plot to accomplish their mission. All right, guys. So that'll do it for my review of Mission Impossible Season 1, Episode 22, entitled The Confession. In the comments down below, if you've seen this episode, tell me what you liked about it or tell me what you didn't like about it. Until next time, as usual, I'll see you when I see you.
So much happened here, and so much is about to.